I am so disappointed as a Blink today. I'm sure everyone saw the YG announcement today. It's just so frustrating. I've been a Blink since higher like that, and the fact that I've only been part of 2 comebacks in 5 years is insane. How is there no release date for the single? Tour starts in July, mind you. The album roll-up, if we even get one at this point, is going to be a hot mess. We'll get one, maybe 2 pre-recorded Inkigai stage to promote the title, maybe a Jimmy Kimmel or Valiant performance, probably an OT4 live that's like 20 minutes before that single/album drops, and then boom, tour starts. I defended the girl so hard during the BLACKPINK tour, lashings back. Wow, oh wow, will I ride with the critics this time around if they're up? They're looking like an out-of-sync hot mess. Let's skip the fashion show and get in the studio, ladies. This time around, I can't even solely blame YG. The girl spent months, or after a 7-year contract should have ended, negotiating with YG before we got an official statement. What were all the negotiations about if they can't even commit to one comeback throughout the renewal? The BLACKPINK tour ended in September 2023, so they had so much time to pour their souls into their solo projects, which they did, and I absolutely adore. But the scheduling flopped with all of them releasing back to back within the same month. Then they continue to do more solo work even though the stadium tour with expensive ass tickets is months away. I'm sorry, but this one's on them just as much as it is on YG. Imagine the tour way before the comeback, before all of their solo projects were even out. It was a terrible decision, but I know YG needs to keep the lights on somehow. They should have at least scheduled the tour to start at the end of 2025. That way, the next few months could have been spent dedicated to a proper album rollout, an album promotional period, and preparing for the tour. Lime, is that so hard? Anyway, I know this sounds so hateful, but I'm generally so upset and frustrated as a long-time Blink that I hope my true Blinkness shines through this post, because this is unacceptable. Edit to clarify, in the video he says they'll be releasing a single soon with no determined date yet. At the end he says please support Blackpink's upcoming tour and new songs. Songs plural, so it'll probably be more than just one song. I don't have any more faith. Lamau. Edit, how insane would the new 4-member girl group behind Blackpink be though? Like, imagine it's some insane rebrand concept for the new era. Okay, I'm officially going to Lulu, guys. I honestly don't know what is going on with Blackpink. They have had, yes, a lot of solo work. They've been doing a lot of solo things. I'm really happy about it. And like, honestly, they have been killing it as solo artists, whether they're a singer or an actor/actress, whatever you like to call it. But like, the timing did feel a bit off. It felt like one solo thing, and then another solo thing, then another. Whereas the comeback as a group, where like now there's like solo stands. People saying, "Oh, Lisa outsold Jenny, Jenny outsold Rose, Rose outsold Jesus." Like, they're a group. They are Blackpink. They are one of the most successful K-pop groups of all time. Okay, like they can just stand in front of a Kmart and all of a sudden it goes viral. They're one of those type of groups, and like, I don't know what control they have, because apparently I think all of them, not all of them. I know Lisa and Jenny are CEOs of their own company, and I don't know how they handle their own solo activities, but like, having your own company, that's your own company, that's your own work, so you can't really. I don't know. I guess it feels like they have solo stuff that they wanted to do, but they didn't seem to synchronize what they were going to do just so that they can release the comeback. Because the tour starts in July. It is the second last day of May as of recording. So when this releases, it could be 1 month away from the start of the tour. And they announced they're going to have a comeback, and you can't really have a comeback while on tour. So I don't know how it's going to work. It is very messy. I don't know what's going to happen. But I do want to come back. I will say I'm not like the biggest fan of Blackpink's music, but it's always fun to have a Blackpink comeback. It's like, oh, Blackpink season, Blackpink time. That's fun. But yeah, that's because it feels like a season, because it only happens once a year. I can't believe I said that. Oh, am I wrong? But seriously, I don't know what's going on. I don't understand YG's promotion strategy. I don't know how things work over there, but like, here's the thing. I think YG don't care because they know the fans are going to eat up every single comeback. Because with YG group stands, they're going to complain about the group not having enough comeback, not having enough promotion, and all of that. It's so upsetting. But then once they do get it, it's like, yes, this is so good. They ate. This is the best thing ever. And then millions upon millions of YouTube views. And then they chart well. And then that happens for like 2 months. And then back to complaining. When's the next comeback? Yada, yada, yada. What's the promotion? Yada, yada, yada. And then YG like, yeah, but like whenever you do come back, there's enough money, there's enough profit, because it has been proven that YG are somehow the most financially profitable group, K-pop company out of the big four. Next is JYP, and then SM, and then HYBE. Because yes, you can generate a lot of revenue. Let's say that HYBE made $2 billion, right? $2 billion, absolutely insane amount of revenue, but they spent $1.5 billion in terms of, like, the work that they made. So in reality, they only made $500,000 profit, whereas YG, they make like what, $800 million in a year, but they only spend $100 million in their group's activities. So they made $700 million profit. So like, yeah, YG, they know how to make a profit. It don't like, although other companies seem to manipulate the media and stuff, it feels like YG know how to manipulate their fans. Like, it's like a carrot on a string in front of a bunny, a meat hanging over a crocodile's river. They know how to lure their fans into being like, oh, there's a comeback. When? And then that's it. That's it. There's like a comeback, and then like once it's been too long, they're like, "Where's the comeback you've been saying?" And then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, the comeback's next week." Okay, where's the stuff? And then random content photos, random teasers, and then boom, successful comeback. And they're like, okay, yeah, that's what we needed to do. So yeah, it's a very unhealthy relationship. Is what it feels like. That's how I see it. But yeah, with this whole Blackpink situation, so many activities, so many tours and stuff, I don't know how it's gonna work, but I just want the Blackpink comeback. I want the Blackpink members to be happy and healthy and to all do well, and that it just doesn't affect the company as a whole. Am I the a-hole for telling my husband that his K-pop obsession is making me cringe? It depends how. I, 26-year-old female, am married to my husband, 27-year-old male, for 4 years and together for 9 years. My husband is on the spectrum and I am not. I know that he's a massive Star Wars and Halo fan. It didn't bother me at all. Even though I'm not a fan, I respected it. He talked about Star Wars every day and I watched everything Star Wars related for him. But for a week or two, he has a new obsession. I was away for a couple of weeks with our son, 2 years old, to my mum's house so he can have some time for himself. Since our son may also be on the spectrum and he doesn't communicate, it's been quite stressful for my husband. So I sometimes go to my mum with our son to avoid more stress and problems. I call my husband every day asking how he is and what he done that day. The last week of our stay, he had told me he has been listening to Blackpink. I didn't mind it and told him that's okay. It's not my kind of music, but if it's his, so be it. So he comes picking us up, and that evening he has been blasting Blackpink songs on his mini speaker while doing the dishes. It has been this way for 2 weeks now. I thought he only listened to the songs, but after a few days, he started playing the mobile game. I did my best to support him, telling him it's okay. I told him that I don't mind him being a fan as long as he doesn't reach out to them, because that's just too cringe for me. A day after playing the game, he joined a Discord for Blackpink fans, and he is on it non-stop. I also found out that he did in fact reach out to one of the members. Okay, I confronted him, telling him that I want to support him, but he's changing a lot in a small time for me. I want to keep thinking it's okay for him to be a fan as long as he keeps putting his son on number one. This weekend he was mostly glued on his phone saying cringe lines like ooh ooh and Korean words while his son is trying to get his attention. He also told me he wants a fan shirt of them. I have major social anxiety. I told him please no, anything but a t-shirt. I feel lost, like I am a bad wife for telling him that the t-shirt cringed me. I had an honest conversation with him, trying to tell him that his sudden obsession is making me feel a bit lost and alone since I don't know who my husband is anymore. He tells me to stop talking about it because it makes him feel sad that I find it cringe. I might be able to tell him my honest feelings. Okay, there are different ways to go about it. I will say him trying to reach out to a member, that is insane. That's absolutely insane. Have I done it? Seriously? No. As a joke for like TikToks, be like, hey, show or hey, oh, blah, blah, blah. I done it as jokes, yeah? I've never generally tried to reach out to a K-pop idol and be like, hey, yo, what's up? How you going? I'm coming to try that. Nah, it's not for me. That's just insane. It is very much insane. And also him neglecting his son for mobile game. Like, here's the thing. I don't know how it works being on the spectrum, but like, surely there's got to be some level of like understanding where you must pay attention to your son, because that's part of being a good parent, paying attention to your child, being there for your child, you know. But like the fact that it's not the fact that he's not showing that, and he just pretty much neglected his child over a game. It's very off-putting. It feels very weird. It gives me the ick. I will say it gives me the ick. But like, you know, it's okay. Like the way she said that the obsession makes her cringe, makes her feel weird. You know, you could say that like, hey, maybe tone it down a bit because there are more important things in your life. Because like, here's the thing, I've been a K-pop stan for what, 15 years now, and like, here's the thing, I've never let K-pop be a priority in my life. Like for content, yeah, I guess, but like, even if my friends say, hey, do you want to hang out Saturday? I'll hang out on Saturday. If my family's like, hey, we're going to have dinner with the family, yeah, I'm going to have dinner with the family. Like, I've never let K-pop taken a big part of my life. And I don't know if that changed things if you're on the spectrum. You know, I don't know. I'm not very knowledgeable about, you know, being on the spectrum and all of that. But like you just got to show a level of understanding and grounded reality of knowing that there are more important things in life than K-pop. Okay, that's the thing. I know my whole content is all about K-pop and, you know, being a K-pop stan and everything, but there are more important things in my life. That's the truth. Like, yes, I love the Seraphim's latest album. I love their performances, but like, if I have a child that I need to pick up, rather than going to a concert, I'll pick up my child. If I need to take my child to a sporting event rather than to a fan meet, I'm going to the sporting event. You know, my child will be my number one priority over K-pop, and that's just how it is. And I feel like that should be the thing for everyone.